Very excited to welcome to the show. He's in our virtual green room right now, Michael Fitzpatrick, and he's written a cool book called Saving Pegleg. Hi, Michael. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Kate. How are you?
I'm excellent. Let's talk about Saving Pegleg. So first of all, I love asking this question to a lot of authors because a lot of times people say, oh, I have a book in me. Oh, I want to write a book. Oh, I have several books. And then sadly, they never get to it and there's stories that are lost. You got to it. Did you know that you had a book in you?
I did. I have many unpublished writings that I do. I'm a first grade teacher, so I write a lot of stories with the kids. But besides that, I've written different things written down over the years and just never really finished them or, continued them, got the dots down. But this was a unique experience for me of how it came about. So
it was unique how it came about. So tell us how it came about. You can't tease us.
Well,
what happened?
Okay. Well, a neighbor of mine for many, many years was walking up the street, and I was putting some knickknacks in the front garden, some ducks and turtles and different things. My aunt loves the garden, so I bought them and I put them out there for her. And she said to me, the neighbor said to me, oh, I had a turtle when I was a kid. He had 3 legs and I called him Pegleg. And I said, really? Tell me more. So I interviewed her at her home, and the story is based on what she had told me and a lot of my imagination. And I wanted to make it into a picture book, but there was just so much that came out of me when I wrote and wrote and wrote. And 19,000 plus words later, I finished my masterpiece.
I love that you say I finished my masterpiece, because indeed I would agree with you. So tell us the tale of Pegleg. Give us a little synopsis of Pegleg.
All right. Well, like I said, Pegleg is based on the true accounts of a young girl's experience with an injured turtle she found in her yard, and she called Pegleg, of course, because it had the 3 legs. Found out it was injured and took it to the vet. Got some information about turtles. She was going to keep it as a pet, but one of the things that struck her was that this particular type of turtle, wood turtle, should be, because it's on the endangered species list, it should be kept out in its own environment. But she was very, very concerned about its injury and didn't know what to do. And through her family and friends and her love of animals and especially her faith, the story came about. So that there's some fun things that happen, and then there's the sad thing that happens, and then at the end it works out so that Jane makes her decision.
Yeah, I like that. And I like how you said it. At the end, it works out. She makes her decision. Don't tell us what the decision is, because then we've got people interested. They're on the edge of their seats about saving Pegleg. And it's interesting. Yeah. It's interesting about turtles. People have a real love for turtles. I would be one of those people. Right. I see what's happening with turtles in the world, and I see there's just amazing kinds of turtles. And what kind of turtle is Pegleg?
Pegleg was a wood turtle, and wood turtles are on the endangered species list, but I also know a lot of people that do have turtles as pets. And in the book, it mentions about her concern about this turtle staying at her house or going back in the environment. But we've got to remember, she's 9 years old, and she's worried about his safety. And she doesn't know what to do, because her mom says you got to train it back in the wild, and she's caught between basically a rock and a hard place and deciding for a 9-year-old girl. Her father thinks she should keep it. So it's one teacher friend of mine has a turtle for over 29 years now. She has a turtle. So many people have turtles, and I love that. I mean, I've had classroom pets. I've never had a turtle. I've had hermit crabs, but I would love to keep a turtle in there and bring in Pegleg. I have a stuffed turtle for the kids to play with. So,
Oh, I love that, the stuffed turtle. So we're speaking with Michael Fitzpatrick, author, teacher. The name of the book is Saving Pegleg. Have you read any of Pegleg to the students or talked about Pegleg at all?
yes, was published just before school ended last year, and I read I read it during snack time, each chapter, and the kids were at the seat wanting me to read more, and I just read a chapter a day. It's broken into very small chapters, but it's good read for kids to read, to go back into it, and for anybody really. A lot of my adult friends have read it as well, and just the kids just come up with these pictures. They draw these things like every chapter, and they're writing me notes. Where's Pegleg going to be next? And it just makes the day.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. If they're asking where Pegleg's going to be. What do you hope people that are listening to this interview, what do you hope they take away from your story?
Well, this character Jane, based on a true person, in interviewing with her, I saw from her home that she is very caring towards animals, and she had a St. Francis statue right inside her door. So I thought at the time that she was on the religious side, religious in general, and she is, but she isn't. I found that out later. But what I want to take the readers to take away from it is that, through a little girl's mind and thoughts and worries and concerns, it can happen to anyone, because you can find, as an adult, an injured animal outside, and you want to do what's right for it. And some people may keep it, some people may bring it to the shelter, and this was just a good story as far as those four aspects of what Jane has: is her family, her friends, love of animals, and her faith.
Yeah, no kidding. And that's definitely evident through the book. And you talked about Michael sitting down and writing it and pouring out the words, coming out 19,000 words later. Wow, you look up and, there you go. Was it just kind of a labor of love when you wrapped up the book?
Yes. Well, see, many of the things that this neighbor had given me were true things that she told me. The only thing, she couldn't tell me how the turtle actually got in her yard. So I took what she told me, where she lived, where she grew up, and I just wrote and wrote and wrote. And then I added things. When she read it, she absolutely was amazed by it. She was like, wow, this really turned out to be a really good book, is what she said to me. It was like, this is a nice story. And she could relate to several things I said that I didn't know about her, that I didn't ask. And she goes, how'd you know that I wear that? I said, well, I just picked up on your character. So
I love it. You picked up on it because you were observant and you were getting all the details, right?
Right, exactly. And that's how I base the other characters in the story, is based on true people I know, and what they're like, and the adults in the story and the children in the story are children from my actual school. And many of the kids that I've read it to, when am I going to be in your book? When am I going to be in the next book? So I have that to work on.
So that's next. You got to come up with another character. So you've thought about that. Then you've thought about coming up with another book.
Yes, I did. I'm trying to see. I'd love feedback from people about what they think about the book. Positively, and honestly, write your comments down so I can get better feel. I've introduced many other animals in the story in one of the chapters, and I'd like to break it up so that I write a book about each child with their character and how it relates to Pegleg and how their pet relates to them. So, and how they got it. So that's my next goal. So
I love it. So Saving Pegleg, for people listening, Michael Fitzpatrick, the author. If people want a copy of it, Michael, where can they get it? Amazon?
Amazon, Barnes & Noble. I have a book trailer right now on YouTube. If you just type in Saving Pegleg on the search engine, you will see it come up, very top one. It's green cover with the turtle, and it says Saving Pegleg by Michael Fitzpatrick. And you can watch about a 2-minute and 35-second trailer about what the book is about without telling much. Just watch it, review it, and at the end it tells you can get it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and also in my local bookstores here in Boston area. I'm hoping to get a shelf with some bookstores around with the book display. And
awesome.
Working on that.
Awesome. I love that. So Saving Pegleg, for everybody listening, run, don't walk, get your copy. Michael Fitzpatrick, we can't wait to see what's next. Congratulations, and thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, thank you, Kate. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Michael. That was really great. I'll send you a copy of it, okay?
All right. Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.